I'd like to ask Professor Nawab, as the world transitions into Industry 5.0, how do you envision this revolution shaping the future of higher education, particularly in preparing students for a human-centered, AI-driven workforce?
Yeah, exactly. This is a very important point again, and I think it will add more value to what we have discussed in the previous discussion. John, the transition into Industry 5.0 emphasizes the harmonious integration of advanced technology and human-centric values, creating profound implication for higher education. Here is how I envisage this revolution
Mm.
shaping the future of education and, of course, workforce preparation. First of all, the higher education institutions will need to offer interdisciplinary programs that blend technical proficiency with soft skills such as creativity, emotional intelligence, and ethical reasoning. Courses in areas like AI ethics, human AI collaboration, and sustainable innovation will become integral in this phase.
Mm.
Apart from this, Industry 5.0 will prioritize personalized and flexible learning pathways. Universities will adopt, in fact, AI-driven platforms to tailor education to individual students' need, enabling a mix of the virtual labs, augmented reality simulations, and real-world problem-solving projects are the need of the day. And apart from this, while AI handles what you call repetitive tasks, higher education will focus on developing students' uniquely human skills.
Mm.
Here is the role of the critical thinking. I hope everybody knows that evaluating the complex systems and addressing unforeseen challenges is there. And by building teams that work effectively with both humans and AI, and also creativity, which means that it is about innovating in ways that machines cannot replicate. So, students, in fact, will gain a lot. And John, if you allow me some more time,
Mm.
I have to say something more about it. If this, will you allow me to speak something more about it?
Yes, please go ahead. I'd love to
Yeah.
hear.
Uh, John, the important thing that is a very important area of discussion here is we have to think about the strengthened university industry collaboration. You know,
Mm.
here industry leaders will have to collaborate with universities to ensure programs for aligned which are aligned to the workforce demands. Actually, they can think about the opportunities to work with cutting edge technologies in real world setting that will prepare the students to transition seamlessly into industry 5.0 roles. In fact, again here students will be educated not only to innovate but also to consider the societal and environmental impact of their work. Here, courses on sustainability, digital equity, and AI governance will become essential.
Mm.
Apart from this, as the technology evolves, so will the demand of continuous upskilling. Higher education will pivot towards micro credentials, modular courses, and of course the lifelong learning hubs, which will enable professionals to stay relevant in an AI-driven workforce. Industry 5.0 emphasize inclusion, which will push further higher education to expand, in fact, to underserved communities through the remote learning technologies, community initiatives, and also affordable education models can be prepared. John, higher education in the industry 5.0 era will be less about preparing students for preparing specific jobs, and more about empowering them to adapt, innovative, and lead in a dynamic, you know, AI augmented and human-centered world is very important thing to take into consideration. Institutions that embrace this vision will not only shape the workforce but also drive meaningful societal progress. In fact, uh, what unique role do we think universities will play in the facilitating this transition is very important. Universities will play a pivotal role in facilitating the transition to Industry 5.0 by serving as hubs of innovation, collaboration, and of course, human-centered education. Their influence will extend beyond traditional academics, shaping the workforce and societal structures of the future. In fact, the universities have to play a unique role so that they are able to lead research in emerging technologies like AI, robotics, and IoT, while exploring their ethical and social implications. By fostering, they can develop practical solutions that balance technological advancement and with human needs, you can say. Here, they can think about the living labs, they can think about the collaborative research, and they can think about creators of the industry ready talent. This is a very important point, John, that I want to tell you. The universities will act as a bridge between the academia and industry. They will prepare students to excel in hybrid human AI work environment, which will require that they have to collaborate with industries. They can continuously update curricula to reflect evolving demands. And, of course, one thing more is coming to my mind. That is regarding the hands-on experience programs, and these programs will integrate internship, apprenticeships, and capstone projects with Industry 5.0 companies, ensuring that graduates are job ready. This is an important point actually. As Industry 5.0 unfold, universities will play a critical role in addressing ethical concerns around AI and automation. They have to think about the AI ethics education, they have to think about the policy advocacy, and they have to think about the lifelong learning. They have to think about the micro credentials and modular courses, which are flexible, which are easy to learn by the individuals, and these which are having continuous upskills there. And of course, leveraging technology, universities can expand access to quality education,
Yes.
particularly for underprivileged communities worldwide. So this is all, John, from my side about the role of industry that can play a big role in the future.